Hey guys, it's Landon from TBAS trying to hammer our way through some algebra here, some algebra videos. So this is our third video on the basic algebra tools that surveyors need. In the first video, we kind of defined some terms and gave you some kind of basic rules about how you write algebra, told you why they put letters in with the numbers. Okay, in the second video, we taught you some of the kind of basic tools of algebra. So we showed you how to simplify expressions and equations using the combo tool, right? And then we showed you how to use the subtraction tool, the addition tool, the multiplication tool, and the division tool. Okay, so in this video, we're going to add one more tool to your math toolbox. Okay, and that is what I call the square root square tool. Okay, and we talked a little bit about exponents. Okay, when we're using the square root and square tool, we're dealing with the exponent 2, so some variable like x raised to the second power, okay, or square roots, okay, so the square root of x, either one of those. Okay, these same kind of tools apply for other exponents like cubes, so the exponent 3, and then 4 and 5 and all the other exponents. But I'll be honest with you, as a surveyor, most of the time you're working with either x squared or x cubed. Okay, we use this for area and for something we call Pythagorean's theorem, which I'll talk to you about. Okay, and we sometimes use cubes for volumes. We're calculating volumes. Okay, as a surveyor, I've never solved an equation with x to the 4th or anything higher. Okay, so that's why we're just teaching you the square root and the square tool, because usually the only exponent we're dealing with as surveyors is a 2. Okay, x squared. We also use squared for what we call vertical curves, which I'll have to teach you guys about at some point. Okay, so we want to know, how does this tool work? Okay, so you only need this tool if you have an exponent in your equation, okay, or you have a square root symbol in your equation. Okay, so let's just start with a super simple example. And remember, all the same rules of algebra apply. So whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you got to do to the other side of the equal sign. Okay. And usually when you're solving an equation, you need your other tools too. So don't forget about the other 4 tools we talked about: division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay, and remember, your angry math teacher has created a super immense titanium wall down your sheet of paper where the equal sign is. Whatever you do to one side of this wall, you got to do to the other side of the wall. All right. Now, what's special about this equation we didn't have in the last video is we've got an exponent here. We've got x squared. Okay, so whenever you see this x squared hanging out over here, you know that you're going to have to use your square root tool. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay, and then we'll do another example where we've got to use a square tool. We don't run into this as frequently, but it does comes up sometimes when we use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, which I'll teach you in another video. Okay, so very first thing we want to do, I always try and start with my lonely numbers. Okay, so I've got a positive 13. If we want to write it this way, we've got a positive 17 over here. We can put a 1 in front of the x. Okay, so I always try and get rid of my lonely numbers, or combine my lonely numbers if I can. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to subtract 3 from this side. If I do it to this side of the wall, I got to do it to this side of the wall. Okay, these 3's here are going to cancel. You can draw that with a purple line. Okay, so what that leaves us with over here is 1x squared, okay, or 1x to the 2. Okay. 17 minus 3 is going to be 14. Okay. If I did my math right. I'm sorry, you know what? Let me let me plug another number in here because I want us to work with nice whole numbers. Sorry about that. Let's make this 19. I did my arithmetic wrong in my head there. Okay, so 19 minus 3 is 16. Okay, so now we have 1x squared equals 16. And we can't get this any simpler with the tools, the first 4 tools we talked about, right? Or the first 5 tools. The combo tool, addition tool, subtraction tool, multiplication tool, division tool. This is it. This is as simple as it gets, right? Remember, we can get rid of this 1. Just x squared plus 16 because it's a 1. Okay, but now we have a new tool. We're going to use the square root tool. Okay, so anytime you see x squared, what you can do is you can take the square root of both sides of the equation. So we're going to say take the square root of x squared. Okay, that's going to be equals to the square root of 16. So the square root of x squared is x. Okay, x times x is the square. The square root of x times x is just x. Okay, that's the square root tool. Okay, but we got to take the square root of 16. What's the square root of 16? 4. Okay. So let's go back in and plug our value in that we solve for x, right, with a value of 4, come back up. Okay, so let's just do the math. So 1 times x squared, so 1 times 4 squared is 16, okay, plus 3 equals 19. Formula checks, equation checks, right? We did it right, x equals 4. That's how the square root tool works. Okay. Let's do one more example of the square root tool. Then we'll do an example with the square tool. I gotta be careful because my video camera is going to run out of juice. All right, so we're going to do 4x. Let's say 4x squared equals 36. We're gonna make this equation a simple one. Put our titanium wall down our sheet there. Okay, so now there's nothing else I can do. This is already as simple as basically as simple as it gets. Not quite. It's not quite as simple as it gets because you see right here, we've got this 4x squared. We can get rid of this 4. Okay, how do we do that? We get rid of this. We get rid of the 4 by dividing by 4 each side. Okay, remember if we do it over here, we got to do it over here. So we're going to divide by 4. Okay, and then we're going to rewrite that. What do we get? We come down here. What do we get? Okay, so we get these 4's cancel, right? Let's use our purple. I've been using purple to cancel stuff. So the 4's cancel. Okay, so that leaves us with x squared now. Okay, equals 36 divided by 4 is 9. Okay, now we can use the square root tool. Remember, anytime we have x squared by itself, we can use the square root tool. So we're going to take the square root of x2, which means we got to take the square root of 9, do it on both sides of the wall. Okay, so that leaves us, the square root of x2 leaves us x. Okay, is equal to the square root of 9, which is 3. Now let's go all the way back to the top, plug our number in. Our value, we think x is 3. Does that work? So if we have 4, okay, now x squared, so 3 squared is 9, so what we get is 4 times 9. Okay, 4 times 9 equals 36. The equation checks. That's a good answer. X is equal to 3. All right, now let's do an example with the square tool, which is just the opposite. It's just the opposite of the square root tool. Like I said, we usually use the square root tool. We don't use the square tool as much, but we'll look at a simple example. Okay, so we're going to have the square root of x plus 4 is equal to, I got to think about this for a minute, is equal to 9. Okay, I think I did that right in my head. Okay, so let's try and solve for x now. Okay, but we've got a square root. We've never seen that before in our videos, so we got to figure out what to do with that now. We're going to draw our titanium wall down here, down the equal sign. That just reminds us we got to, whatever we do to one side of the wall, we got to do the other side of the wall, right? That's the rule of algebra that you can never violate. It's the one rule, the golden rule of algebra. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to say, all right, can we simplify this at all with our tools, right? And I always look for the lonely numbers first, right? So over here I got a lonely 4 and I got a lonely 9. Okay, so I'm going to combine those. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to subtract subtract 4 from both sides. Okay. Okay, these 4s over here are going to cancel. Okay. So what is that going to leave us with? Okay. So what that leaves us with is the square root of x, okay, equals 9 minus 4 equals 5. Okay, so the square root of x equals 5. Okay, now we've never seen this before, but we're going to use the square tool. Okay, it's just the opposite of the square root tool. Whenever you see the square root of some number or symbol, you can get rid of that in algebra using the square tool. Okay, what's the square tool? The square tool means you just multiply the number by itself. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We say we got the square root of x equals 5. We want to square both sides of the equation. So we're going to say the square root of x times the square root of x. Okay, now we want to do the same thing over here. We squared this side, we got to square this side, equals 5 times 5. Okay, okay, so when we take a square root times a square root, okay, we get the number itself. We get x, okay, equals 5 times 5 equals 25. That's how the square tool works. You multiply both sides of the equation by that side of the equation. Okay, so square root of x times the square root of x equals x. 5 times 5 equals 25. Now we come back up, plug the number in, and check it. So we want to know, does the square root of 25, which is 5, plus 4 equals 9? It does. Our equation checks. X equals 25. Now this seems a little weird. Like, when would you ever do this? We're going to see when we get into some geometry and use Pythagorean's theorem, which is a really cool little property of triangles, that we actually do this a fair amount to solve for sides of a triangle. So, okay, so that's how the square root square tool works. I might do another video that just kind of helps messy and dyslexic people like me kind of see how to organize algebra on their sheet of paper, because I think that helps. I went through that some kind of quick today, and I was a little bit messy, so I may do a couple more examples with just some tips on how messy dyslexic people can organize their work as they're solving an algebra equation. I may do that. Okay, but thanks for watching, guys. That's the square root tool. So think about now, you got your toolbox, you got your algebra toolbox. What tools are in it? The combo tool, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Addition tool, subtraction tool, multiplication tool, division tool, the square root tool. Don't forget, whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, the wall, you got to do to the other side of the equal sign or wall. If you can remember that, you can solve basic problems in algebra.